Are you 18 and over? Are you registered to vote? If you're not, the general election takes place on November 5th, 2024. The last day to register is October 7th. Please find out more information to make your voice heard at www.votetexas.gov.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We are back again with episode 10.
10. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Yes,
Uh,
10.
yeah,
10. That's pretty good. We've done good.
we have been.
And we're getting I want to give a shout out to the friends that take the time to text and tell us what we're doing good and what we're doing bad and all of the feedback because it helps. And we're here for you because we're real girls.
Mm-hmm.
So, how was
So,
your weekend?
it was kind of chaotic, so I'm like ready to
Go back to
have,
work?
yes, which is something that I don't think I ever really say. We
Yeah.
also have a 3-day weekend next week for Labor Day. So I'm excited about that.
Yes, I think everybody is. I think
Mm-hmm.
everybody is. I think everybody
Um,
is.
So how was your college game day, Melina? Did it live up to everything it was supposed to?
It did. I got emotional. I think I even texted you that
You
that
did,
right when it
yeah.
was about to come on, I got emotional. But it literally is peaceful to me to see all the stats and stuff. I couldn't watch the entire episode because I went to a commissioning of the USS Kingsville on Saturday. And I'm going to be honest, I knew what I was going for,
Hmm.
but I didn't really understand the significance of the ceremony. And so I was kind of upset that they had said it at 10 o'clock, right in the middle of college game day.
I don't think college game day was in their mind when they set the
I
time for the
understand
commission.
this. I'm real enough to know that they didn't check schedules and all of that. But I was a little frustrated, but I'm so thankful I went. So yes, my Sooners don't play until this week. They play Thursday. And so for me, just seeing college game day and all the music and all the fans and the hype, it just, number one, it rings fall, which you should be happy because you like that pumpkin spice Halloween feel, all of that.
Hmm.
But knowing that college football's kicked off
Football
now,
is back, yeah.
it's fall is back and we're about to, not that in South Texas are we going to get any cooler,
Nope.
but it's supposed to get cooler, right?
I
And the
will
room,
say I let my dog out this morning at like 7:30-ish. And I stick my hand out like to see how hot or cold it is. And I stick my hand out and I was like, wait a minute, it's not like blazing degrees. It was like it was cool. Not like cool, cool, but it was, somewhere cool. I was
right.
like,
In the
oh,
mornings, I don't mind if
what?
it's like a little chill, but you're right. Sometimes you walk out and it's just automatic melt mode. So yeah, it
Hmm.
was
I do just want to point out that if you were a true fan, you would have been watching the college game day on your phone.
girl. Don't think I didn't try, but I have to be able to hear it. And I don't have the little earpiece. And the thing was there's so many people, so I was having to like, shake hands and kiss babies and people but it was really really good. So if you didn't know and you're listening and you're in the coastal bend, we have a new ship out at sea that is going to be out in deployment eventually. But it is called the USS Kingsville in
Which
honor
is
of our.
very, very cool.
It was very cool. It was a very cool experience. I'm grateful for the opportunity, and I'm glad that I didn't pout and just stay home and not go because I was a part of history, and it was really cool to see it.
Yeah. Well, since you didn't watch all of College Game Day, my best friend's husband told me a fun little fact, um, that apparently Georgia Tech upset Florida State with a last second field goal. And I guess Georgia Tech isn't a ranked team, but Florida
Correct.
State's like ranked ranked pretty high. Is I think
Yes, that is
he's
correct.
he's not. I can't remember what rank he said. I forced taking out in my head, but that's not it because it's Texas Longhorns. But
No,
yeah,
he is correct, and it was a
his
major upset. It was
yeah
a major, major upset.
yeah he was talking about that yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's so like that sucks, but like that's cool that like an unranked team just came in
In
and
Ireland at that, and they had like they were talking about the stats of how much travel went into there and how many college
hmm
football fans went to
I'm
Ireland.
not surprised.
Oh yeah, it was really cool. But
We
yes, I
take
got
college football
emotional. It was a
seriously.
happy Saturday. We're kicking off fall pretty soon.
Good.
Yes.
Very nice. Um, Speaking of, kicking off sports, the Paralympics start on Wednesday. So August 28th
Where is it being held?
in Paris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they hold both the Olympics and the Paralympics in the same place, because they build all of those facilities. So it's held in the same place.
Wow. How
Yeah.
many do we have? Do we know stats and facts as far as how many are competing and all that?
I don't.
We will do that for Friday. We will come back at you for Friday, even though it starts on Thursday.
Wednesday. So it's on Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah. So,
Um, and then in hockey news, because I will mention hockey every single episode, I'm determined. Um, Magnus Krona, who was a backup goalie for the San Jose Sharks, was traded to Nashville Predators. And why does that matter to me? Because the Dallas Stars traded Nashville. We traded away our backup goalie, who was Scott Wedgwood, this beginning of the summer. Um, and Scott Wedgwood backed up Jake Ottinger, who's been our starter goalie for the last season and a half. So I'm real curious to see how that plays out, since Scott was the backup goalie in Dallas and Magnus was the backup goalie in San Jose. I'm betting they'll start Scott because he has more experience, and then Magnus will back him up. Um, but it's definitely very interesting. Also, there are significant others. Magnus's significant other, his name's Tessa. Super sweet, super funny on TikTok, and the only reason why I know him is because of her.
that is funny.
Yeah, that's my
Uh,
NHL trade news today.
and you got it in. You got it in.
I was like, I'm doing this first thing.
That is funny.
hmm
Well, one
You're
of my
good.
girlfriends reached out to me and was
hmm
like, I love what y'all are doing, but I'm with her more than I'm with you on the hockey,
Yes.
team hockey.
Yes. It is the best sport. And just because we're Texans and we automatically go to football and baseball doesn't mean that hockey does not hold a lot of
It
power.
does. It just depends. And again, I'm ready for you to teach me about all of hockey and all of that. I mean, I think it's cool or touching people in different ways. Or, and again, like on our previous episode when we talked about mental health, how
hmm
that a couple of people reached out and said, I love how y'all were just honest about it. I was like, well, good. If it makes you
Yeah,
comfortable to talk about it, good. That's what we want is people to talk.
exactly. Yeah,
So,
definitely. Well, also speaking of hockey, I'm so excited because I snagged a 2003 Paul Kariya Anaheim's Mighty Ducks jersey today at a vintage store. And if you don't know, Paul Kariya, which I feel like that's a pretty common name if you're a fan of the sport, was Anaheim Ducks hockey. I mean, Anaheim Ducks captain. Um, and the jersey is like the original plum colors, which is what they used from the start of creation from like 1996 to like 2003. Um, so I'm real happy that I snagged it.
And I love I like to appreciate the fact that it was at a vintage store.
Oh,
That you were,
100%.
yes, I love that kind
100%.
of stuff.
They
I love
also
that.
had a Chicago Blackhawks jersey, which had no name, and they had a Washington Capitals Ovechkin. But I don't really particularly care for either of those teams, so I just kind of left them to the other people.
Stuck to your own thing.
Yep.
Okay.
So before we go into this next portion, which I think is going to be an interesting one, we just want to hear a quick message from our sponsors.
Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact. Join us and watch your business thrive.
Alrighty. So, women in sports. Super diverse, huge topic.
It's a huge topic.
So we're going to break it down and we're going to focus on one little aspect today, and we're going to talk about women coaching men's teams in sports.
And as a female,
Mm-hmm.
as a strong female,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like women belong anywhere that they want to be.
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, I know that we're always not met with the same um, welcoming as men do.
Mm-hmm.
However, when you compare it to someone like their daughters or their nieces, it becomes a little bit different.
Yeah.
I believe, me personally, Melina Brain, I would never have the strength or the skills to coach a men's football team. With that being said, neither would I feel like I'd have the strength or the skills to coach, not lead, but
Mm-hmm.
coach a females football team. But I don't disagree that a woman can lead and coach teams. I just don't have that skill set. So I don't understand when it becomes a topic, when I think we can all agree that female coaches probably, no matter what sport it is, do they get paid nearly close to what
No.
male coaches pay? What are your
Um,
thoughts?
well, the problem is it would take a strong personality, I feel like, to coach a men's team. Um, just because I think in general men are going to push back regardless if they respect the woman or not, which I think any man in a sports team should respect the women in the staff, regardless of coach, assistant coach, trainer, marketing, whatever they are in that a part of that organization. There should be that respect. But to be a coach, to be an assistant coach, it would just take a lot of spunk. And I feel like you'd have to have a harder mentality to it
That's what I was going to say.
because they wouldn't just get it from other teams, they would get it from the fans as well. So that she would be getting it from, both sides. However, I love the fact that women are stepping up and saying, "Hey, now I can lead just as well as a male can."
Yes. Yes.
Um, and there are a couple of stereotypes about female coaches that I think that a couple women in the sports world are slowly breaking down. Um, and according to sportsbettingdime.com, because they have a list of like stereotypes about female coaches, um, one of the questions is, would you support a female head coach? 93% of sports fans said yes.
Hmm.
Um, And NFL fans with 92.8%, NBA were 94%. Um,
I hope I live long enough to see a female head coach for an NFL team.
oh
I
yeah.
because I will be her. Whew, it takes a lot for me to say I would be a certain team, a few teams certain fan
Mm-hmm.
as a Cowboy fan, but
Mm-hmm.
it would that will be breaking
Yeah.
glass ceilings if a female can rise to the top of a. It's going to be very hard, and
Yeah.
I think you touched on it. You have to have a.
Mm-hmm.
I think you and I both have a certain mental strength, even though we also have our mental. We talk about our
Mm-hmm.
mental health,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to have a very special kind of mental strength to be able
Mm-hmm.
to be head coach
And go toe to toe.
and go
But
toe to toe with other coaches
mm-hmm.
in a respectful way.
Yeah.
Because
The
let's be real,
players.
if we're
Yeah.
gonna be really real talk, girl
Mm-hmm.
talk, most men like that in women
Mm-hmm.
or find that an asset.
Demasculating. Oh,
But
yeah.
yes, they find it demasculating, and then all of a sudden they're every if they're a strong leader and don't back down on a stance, they're all of a sudden every bad word that there is, when really is it that, or is it they're doing their, you know what I mean, doing
They're
their
doing the
jobs as a
job.
head coach or an
Mm-hmm.
assistant coach or
Yeah.
whatever. So it would definitely take a different kind of mental strength
Yeah.
capacity. One that
Um,
I would not, I can tell you right now. I mean, I know my strengths and I know my weaknesses, and being a head coach for a football team, I know football and I know all the terms and all that, but
mm-hmm.
there's no way. So,
Oh yeah, no.
but there is one I want to kind of talk about, which is
Mm-hmm.
Becky Hammons in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And she played 16 seasons. She between New York and San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she's coached the Las Vegas Aces female
Oh,
in
wow.
the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and she's only 47.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. She I was trying to I can't find my little notes that I had.
Oh no.
I know it's frustrating. I hate when that happens. Okay, so as a player, let me just name off a couple of these. We listen to our sports girls on Fridays talk about their high school careers, but this
Mm-hmm.
girl, Coach Hammonds, has six WNBA All Stars. She's two-time All WNBA first team. She's two-time All WNBA second team. She NBA assists leader in 2007, WNBA 15th anniversary team in 2011, 20th anniversary team in 2016, 25th anniversary team in 2021. She was the WNBA three-point shootout champion in 2009. She was
Oh, wow.
WNBA skills challenge champion in 2007,
Holy
Spanish League
smokes.
champion 2010, Queen's Cup winner 2010, Francis Pomeroy Naismith Award 1996. She was first team All American AP in 99, All American Kodak back in 99, three-time WAC player of the year from 97 to 99. This girl has got a list, four-time first team all WAC in 1996 to 99. That's as a player. Head coach,
Mm-hmm.
two-time NBA champion, 2022, 2023. She's at the Commissioner's Cup champion in 2022. She's the WNBA Coach of the Year in 2022, and she is the NBA Las Vegas Summer League Champions of 2015.
Oh, wow.
But she's also leading females. So let's be real about that. So
Mm-hmm.
girl, right? Could she have that the other way?
Mm-hmm.
Could she have that kind of leadership skills with men? Not saying she couldn't,
Yeah.
but you
I,
got different personalities, different mindsets, females
mm-hmm.
to males.
Yeah.
I mean, so, but yeah, I think it's great. I don't even know, and it's probably something we need to look up if there's any high school, if there's ever been a Texas high school football coach that's a female.
That'd be an interesting one. Um, but Becky Hammon's not the only woman leading a team. So Jessica Campbell was named the assistant coach of the Seattle Kraken in July of this year. And so she becomes the uh first ever, hold on, I just had it. Where'd it go? For the making her the first woman to serve as a full-time coach in the NHL, which I think is
Wow.
stinking cool.
Yeah, that is.
Um,
That is very cool.
and it's exciting. She is a former Cornell's women's ice hockey captain, a Canadian national team member, and the first ever women assistant coach in the American Hockey League as well. Um, she previously she had a 2-year run with the Coachella Valley Firebirds, um, and she actually helped them make it into the Calder Cup, which is like the finals of
Hmm.
the AHL League. They had 2 appearances, won one of them, and she's also helped coach the German um team during the Worlds tournament that typically happens right around summer. And so she was quoted as saying, I've always had a belief as a young girl playing boys hockey until I was 17 that I was equal and capable too. I've never focused on my gender. So she played hockey with boys until she was 17 years old, but before joining the Big Red and putting up 100 career points in her 4 years wearing the Cornell colors.
Wow.
So
But you
not
gotta
only did
think
she
about that.
play,
Yeah, she
yeah.
has a different mindset. If you're
Mm-hmm.
playing till you're 17 with the boys,
Mm-hmm.
right, in a male dominated sport,
Yeah.
let's just be real about that. That's, I mean, that she could lead men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's had that talk. I'm sure that you talk about facing
Mm-hmm.
clapbacks and all of those things. Oh, you have to
Yeah.
have different mental strength for that
Yeah.
and not go home crying or pissed off all the time, ready to choke a guy out because he's talking crazy to you and
Mm-hmm.
he's one of your teammates.
Yeah. But I thought that was pretty cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Um, and so the last thing you mentioned power of gratitude.
Yes. So one thing I wanted to roll into is we got a lot of good feedback regarding our mental health talk on a previous podcast. And so one of the things that I wanted to talk about is, and I always try to find solutions to, or simple tips, I guess is probably the word, on how people can, including myself, can get through mental issue,
Mm-hmm.
challenges and things like that. And so one of the things I wanted to talk about is gratitude. Some people always ask me, how do you stay so positive and how do you, why are you always so happy? And it doesn't matter what's going wrong. There is something I truly believe that there is always someone worse off than me, and
Mm-hmm.
things could be worse for me, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times we forget that. And so I wanted to talk about the act of gratitude and how what that looks like. For you, do you journal?
I did like in college, not so much now. Um, and it's just the fact that I'm honestly just too lazy.
Yeah, I've never been a journaler. I'll be honest, I'm not a journaler, but I know that I've
Mm-hmm.
heard a lot of good things
Oh
about
yeah.
journaling. And one of the things is gratitude alone is just the art of being able to be thankful and show appreciation for the good things in life. It involves
Mhm.
recognizing and acknowledging the positive aspects, whether they're small everyday occurrences, waking up, or major events. When we practice gratitude, we can enhance overall well-being by fostering a more positive outlook and helping to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. And again, it's one of those things that I'm like, well, what I can sit here and be mad and angry
Mhm.
and frustrated all day, every day, or
Yeah.
I can choose to look at the positive and be like, okay, I can't change what's going on actively right at this moment, but what am I thankful for? I'm thankful for my healthy children. I'm thankful for my healthy grandchildren. I'm
Mhm.
thankful for this person in my life or that person. And gratitude, it improves when you get that mindset and change it instead of the poor pitiful me mentality
Mhm.
or the what about me. um it really does change one's outlook. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen after a couple of days, but after practicing daily the power of gratitude and seeing how it shifts one's focus, then I
Mhm.
think that a lot of people recognize that, wow, I feel better. Um,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, so what are some of the things you're grateful for in general? Without being
Um,
cheesy, you know how we as girls, oh, I'm thankful for this and I'm thankful for, but what I mean, there are things that skill sets, things that you
mhm.
have access to, exposed to, surrounded by.
I'm thankful. This might sound cheesy, but I'm thankful for my job. I've had it for 6 years and it's in healthcare. Well, my full-time job at least. And so it's really given me um a different perspective on the healthcare system as a whole.
Oof.
Um,
We are
yeah.
jacked up, girl. It is a jacked up healthcare system. We have good quality care here, but it is a
hmm
jacked up system.
Yeah. So I'm thankful for that. But also for the people at my job, who I there have been ups and downs, and I needed a different job at the time when I came into this one, and so they were a huge help. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for um being able to, honestly do this. Like I've always wanted to do a podcast. I love social media. That's been my passion. And to be able to um do this on the side and get to enjoy it um is something I'm real grateful for.
Yeah, for me, you know how sometimes you're in the middle of the night and you can't sleep because your brain won't go, or you wake up and you go to the restroom and then you can't go back to sleep.
hmm
And so one of the things I do is I do practice my gratitude list when I'm trying to fall back to sleep, but I want to shut my brain down because I'm tired. And for
hmm
me, I'm great. Like I said earlier, for me, I how I ever got into where I'm at now in my life as far as the position that I'm in and the activity I do in the community. I'm extremely grateful for those opportunities because it really does put me in different places that some people wonder how I got there, and it's really through me um, being out there looking for opportunities to see where we need help. And I'm grateful that I get to, like I said on Saturday when I got to go
hmm
to that, that was an opportunity given to me by being involved with the military. I'm extremely grateful for the military, because my uncles raised me, and I was surrounded by veterans my whole life.
hmm
And so I'm grateful for some may sound cheesy, which really it's not, but it was who I am, and what I was raised with was my freedom and the ability to learn, and grow, and just being grateful and like I was talking about earlier. where it's the small things. It doesn't have to be the big thing, the house or the cars or the swimming pools or the big trips. It's the day-to-day things. The grateful that I don't have unhealthy children. I that my grandchildren are
Yeah.
all that they're all, what do you call it?
Safe and healthy and that
They,
they're
well, it's not even that, that they're all have able bodies, that we're not
yeah.
worried about, certain challenges or things. Being grateful for uh having a job, or
Mm-hmm.
getting to know people and things like that. So I think a lot of times we, in our mental health, when we're dealing with anxiety and when we're
Mm-hmm.
dealing with depression, we're focused on the negative, we're focused on the what ifs, we're focused on that. And so being able to take it back and circulate ourselves to the gratefulness is really what helps keep you balanced.
Yeah, I agree.
So one of the things that I would like to just highlight is, whether it's journaling, whether it's listening to podcasts. One of the rules I have, and I've told you this just for my mindset, is I like to listen to positive podcasts during the day,
Mm-hmm.
or positive music, not the
Mm-hmm.
hardcore hip hop. I don't like a lot of noise and all of that, because it does affect our attitudes and our mental health. It's because, and if you surround yourself with negativity, or you're constantly watching, if you're constantly watching the news and listening to the all the negativity, then
Mm-hmm.
then you have no choice but to hear that, right? And feel that and put that in your brain, versus what are the small things, like I have a car, I have gas in my car, I can. So it all really comes down to mental health and the perspective that you look at things
Mm-hmm.
from.
Agreed. And so on that note, a happy note, and being grateful for the things that we have in our life, we're gonna wrap episode 10 up. Um,
And whoop, whoop, a decade. No, I'm joking. 10 episodes. That's good.
yes.
What is going on this week? I did have one thing. West Side Business Association is holding an event where they're honoring a special member of the community. So you can go to um, West Side Business Association Facebook and look up the event. And it's happening on Thursday. And so we hope to see some people there.
Awesome. Um, and so as always, we post our podcast on Spotify. We are also uploading them to YouTube. So you can listen to us on your platform of choice.
And we need to have
Um,
a goal. When are we going to be showing our faces on podcasts?
um,
Maybe we'll do
uh,
it by episode 20.
yeah,
That's
by
another
episode 20,
by oh, yeah.
it's 5 weeks.
That's 5 weeks. Maybe
Yeah,
by episode 20. But that should be our short term goal, is that by episode 20, people will get to see us on YouTube with
sounds
our
good.
faces.
Um, but yeah, if you have a senior female athlete who you're wanting to recognize and um let us chat with for a little bit and hype her up as she goes into her final year, make sure you reach out to girl talk sports talk at gmail.com. And then have a good week and stay cool out there.
This is Melina.
This is Mikayla, and remember, sports are for girls too.
Whoop whoop.
If you know of a female athlete going into their senior year of high school and would like to see them be recognized for all of their hard work as an athlete, on Girl Talk Sports Talk, please email girltalksportstalk@gmail.com and send us the information, and we will reach out to you.